Hello gentlemen, investors and traders. Thank you for watching us. Now we will look at the current fundamental indicators of the corporation Mmtec Inc, ticker MTC. This review is based on current data as of May 2, 2024. By classification GURU.Markets Corporation Mmtec Inc belongs to the subcategory Exchange. 50 companies are involved in the comparison. This is very representative. Let's start with the summary data for the corporation. A little further we will look at each indicator in more detail. If necessary, you can pause it. We invite you to study all the indicators of the corporation under study more thoroughly. Access to the table with the ticker structure is absolutely free and open. So let's finally begin. Market capitalization of the company Mmtec Inc is $0.6 billion. And the capitalization of the subcategory is $618 billion. Mmtec Inc has a share of 0.098% and is one of the very small companies in the subcategory. The company's balance sheet capitalization is estimated at $0.08 billion. With a balance sheet capitalization of the subcategory of $167 billion. Mmtec Inc constitutes a share of 0.048%. Having made a comparison of the occupied shares of stock exchange and balance sheet capitalization, we will see the following. Occupied share Mmtec Inc in a subcategory in case of market value assessment is 0.098%. The balance sheet capitalization is 0.048%, which is 51% less than the share of stock market capitalization. Assessment of the company's share of market and book value in the subcategory. Bad. -1 point. Final company assessment Mmtec Inc will be presented at the end of the video. Please look at the logic of the study in full. The financial liabilities of the organization under study amount to $0.113 billion. Debt to book value represents 141.3% of the company's equity. Rating by the level of the company's debt obligations. Bad. -1 point. The balance of the company's market value to profit is 0. With an average for the subcategory of 35.2, which is worse than the average for the subcategory. Assessment of the company's stock market value to its profit in comparison with companies in the subcategory. Very bad, -2 points. Profit for the last 12 months was -$17 million. Future earnings for the next 12 months are unknown. Which is bad for the company. Assessment of expected future profit in comparison with companies in the subcategory. Bad, -1 point. The company's price-to-revenue balance is 187.4. The subcategory average of 3.1 is 5,945% higher than the subcategory average. Assessment of market price-to-revenue indicators in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Bad, -1 point. Revenue for the last 12 months was $0 million. Forward revenue for the next 12 months is unknown. Which is bad for the company's price. An assessment of the projected future revenue indicator in comparison with the indicators in the subcategory. Bad, -1 point. The margin is -531.8%, with an average in the subcategory of 8.8%. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 540.6%. Profitability assessment in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Tolerable, -0.5 points. The company's share in terms of the number of employees in the subcategory is 0.022%, which is 345% less than the market capitalization share. This fact reflects the imbalance of the company's current exchange price Mmtec Inc, rather towards revaluation. The amount of capital per company employee is $14,367,000. And for the subcategory $3,211,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the organization's indicators is 347.4%. Estimation of the amount of company capital per employee in comparison with the indicators of subcategory companies. Tolerable, 0 points. The amount of profit per employee is $0,000. With the average in the subcategory, $91,100. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 100%. Estimation of profit for each company employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, -0.5 points. Revenue per individual employee of the organization is $76,000. In the subcategory $1,033,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 1,259%. Estimation of revenue per individual employee in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Tolerable, -0.5 points. The volume of sales transactions corresponds to 0.1%, with an average for the subcategory of 4.1%. This is an indicator of the risk of a short squeeze. Indicator RSI 14 shows a level of 60% for the company Mmtec Inc. Whereas for the subcategory this level is approximately 47%. Potentially, securities of the subcategory are valued lower than those of Mmtec Inc. Comparing the dynamics of the company's share price Mmtec Inc and subcategory companies. We can see that over the last 12 months the company's shares Mmtec Inc showed a change of 191.4%. Against price changes in the subcategory 14.9%. This definitely does not indicate anything, but you need to take this fact into account. Overall result. -8.5 out of 10 points. Average result for the subcategory. 1.1 points. If you look broadly, within the market as a whole. Note that the average result for the stock market as a whole is 0.3 points. Against a score of -8.5 points for the company Mmtec Inc. Let's go to the orders table. It is available to everyone. The link is in the pinned comment. The order table contains all previously made decisions by the reference evaluation system GURU.Markets. Access to the order table is free and open. Link in pinned comment. As a result of the assessment MMTEC Inc. GURU.Markets. Open an order, for a reason Mmtec Inc. the most overvalued company in the subcategory. It should be recalled that April 28, 2024. An order has been published, ticker RILY. Information and reference system GURU.Markets, a decision is made on this order. Close the order. The result is a profit of 11.2%. Thank you very much for watching this video and for using the information and reference system GURU.Markets. You really are the best audience.